Well, hello, you guys, and welcome to today's video. I hope that you are doing so wonderful this holiday season. It is the end of 2022. I cannot believe it. But in this video, I am finally going to be sharing with you two looks using the Oden's Eye Merry Christmas palette. I've been using both this one and the Christmas Eve palette, and it is gorgeous. But I have a couple things that I want to talk about regarding the formula from Oden's Eye. So let's play around. Let's have some fun. Let's discuss. I'll do swatches of just the shades that I'm using so you can compare into your collection in case you don't have this palette, because this palette is not available anymore. You wouldn't be able to get it in time probably anyways. Maybe they'll relaunch it next year in 2023. We will see. It is a gorgeous, fun, beautiful palette. The most beautiful Christmas palette I've ever seen, hands down, between packaging, color story, all of that. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And I'm ready to go. And if you are too, then let's go, boo. Pew! Build in my brows, prime to prep my eyes using the ABH eye primer, all that jazz like I usually do. And I got this little trinket in my order from Oden's Eye. When you order the palette, they were giving these out. I think it's a bag clip or something. It's very cute, adorable, but I think I'm gonna hang it on my tree right here because I'm in front of my tree. Where should it go? Let's put it right here for the video. I'll move it later. I'll probably end up putting it on a bag, maybe. Look, it is so cute. Oh my goodness, there's little snowmen and stuff in it. Adorable, but let's get to cracking, shall we? Crack this open. Oh, I think I'm gonna be doing a red look today. I actually do have to go to a holiday party today, so I'm doing my makeup for that right now. I'm going to do like a halo eye, like a really red glam. I'm gonna be wearing more green, and I want it to be very like red and green. Like I'm going there, okay? So let's start with, oh shoot. I'm going to use the red shade, but I'm going to go in very light-handed with a blending brush. That is how red it is. It is like a deep, my hands are so dry too, so swatches are terrible on me right now, but it's like a deep maroon red. But actually, look at it, swatching kind of bright. So in case you want to compare in your collection at home, that is what that shade's looking like. So I'm going to first pack it on to the inner and outer corner of my crease area. There is a cute little mirror in here. I love that. Pop it on right here. Since it's such a pigmented red, I want to work like a little bit at a time. So my brush that I'm going to be using is very fluffy, but it's small. So this little fluffy brush, it's a little Luxie brush, 121. I'm not even redipping yet. Let me just soften that line. Since I don't have an exact transition shade, if I just not dip it, I can just blend it out enough that I don't need a separate shade, you know? Now I just dipped very lightly into that red again and just deepening it up a tiny bit. Try not to bring it up too high so I don't paint my whole face red. Okay, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this deep maroon shade. My hands are totally stained, by the way, from that shade. I think I actually need to switch because I believe they use vegan pigments in there. Yeah, so that's like a deep maroon shade. And I'm taking this flat packing brush on to that shadow. It's called Hot Cocoa, by the way. The first one was called Poinsettia, and that's like the perfect name for that shade. And I'm gonna pop it right onto the mobile lid. These mattes, by the way, are going so well. They're doing so good. I'm loving these mattes for sure. Bringing it right up to that red. And I'll blend it out with the first red in a second. I just dipped into the black. So now that that's laid down, I'm gonna grab that little brush again, very lightly dip it into the red Poinsettia shade and mix between the two so there's a nice little blend there, but not bringing it too high. I don't want that deep shade to be all the way to the top. Perfect. Just a tiny bit of smushing needs to go around. Sometimes the hardest part about doing a halo eye is picking what star of the show will be in the middle of the halo, because this is hard. I think it would be so fun to do this Elf Wish shade because it's so vibrant and it's so green. Oh, and it has a multi-chrome pink shift to it. So this is what I do. I like hold it up in the middle. Oh, that's that multi-chrome shade. Okay, so I might need to do that. But also Little Star is beautiful. And it's more of a reddish neutral. Like, that's so pretty. That's almost multi-chrome too. It's just not as dramatic. I think this one's just a duochrome. I mean, you could even do the pink too if you want to get crazy. You could do this beautiful green. Oh my goodness, like a deep green. Look at how many different ways you could take this look. Like, give that a moment, okay? That's the multi-chrome. That's the green. Wow. I might want to do that. And then that is like the shimmer. This is like more of your softer kind of glam. I say that, but like I'm still wearing a heavy red eye look, but this is like toning it down. This green, I might need to do. Oh, I'm so torn. I want to make a statement. I want to make a statement. So I'm going to do the green. Here's the funny thing. Okay. I went to a holiday party with my husband last week and I did like a very neutral, natural makeup look because, you know, I'm around a lot of working professionals and I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it more neutral today. It's like one of the only times I ever did like neutral. I did like the cold girl makeup. So kept it very light and fresh and like still snowy and wintry. And he's just like, oh, I was hoping you were going to do a dramatic look. I've been like hyping you up. I was like, sorry. The one time. I mean, he loves all my makeup. He's so supportive. I love it. But it was just funny because it's like, I tried to be professional and, you know, I failed. But I spiced it up. I threw on a red lippy, threw on some lashes, threw on a wing, and I made it a night glam look. Okay, so there's a little tip. I'm going to go in with it. I'm going to go in with New Year, because it is just too pretty. And in case you have something similar in your collection, I'm thinking the Melt 420 palette would probably be similar. That is what the swatch looks like. Press that on. It is so richly pigmented. It has like a thicker consistency to it. Almost feels creamy. And then when I get to the top, I don't want it to be as pigmented, so I'm just tapping it out a little bit. Tapping. And then same thing with the sides. Just kind of tapping it. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. I think this will be the perfect time to utilize the Elf Wish, which is the green shade. Put that on my finger and let's pop it on the inner corner because it has the pinks and the greens and the shift. I like that, kind of. I might switch it later. I might pop on some white to like brighten the inner corner, but I'll have to wait until all my makeup is done to decide that, to do that. Now I'm just taking the same poinsettia shade, which was the bright red shade that I use, and I'm just gonna run that over the lower lash line. Nothing crazy, just kind of putting that on and blending it out. Okay. This is a Christmas look if I've ever seen it, but it's not complete yet. I gotta go do the rest of my face, do the rest of my eyes. I'll fill you in on what I used on my eyes when they're all finished. So let's see. All right, here is the finished look all done. I threw some green liner on the lower lash line. It's just the LA Girl Glide On in Limelight. I did like a neutral pinkish lip and my lashes are from Kiss, but I threw the box away. I'm sorry, I don't remember which ones they are. Did a little tight line on the liner, but that's the eye look. That's what's going on. I'm loving it. I definitely think that I did a look like this a couple years ago using some kind of palette. I don't remember what, but it's a vibe. It's a look. It's a holiday look and I'm ready. I'm not ready for the party at all. I got to go get dressed and do all the things, but my face is ready. My makeup's ready. My hair is mostly done. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what I do for look number 2 tomorrow, which I have another holiday function I got to go to. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Let's see. So for this look, I wanna do something soft, sagey, but with a bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna be dipping right into that sage shade called New Leaf. And let me tell you, if you have the Retro Glam palette from Natasha Denona that just came out, there's some similar shades that I'm gonna be using in that color story. But this is what that swatch looks like. So of course you can compare it to your other shadows. Take a little pointed tip fluffy brush. And let's just work that on the outer corners of the eyes. I'm gently bringing a little bit over here, like above where the crease would normally be, because I just want a little pop of the color over there. I'm not going to really make it too deep on that side. Focusing all the darker shades on the outer corner. Working with this little pointed brush and the same shade, I'm just applying that onto the outer V of the mobile lid and connecting it to the lash line. I'm going to use that same brush and we're going to be starting to dip into Christmas Tree, which is that deep hunter green shade, but I want to go like little bits at a time because I don't want to make this too deep, too dark. I want to keep it light and fresh. But this is what the shade looks like. So again, you can compare it to your shades at home. That's a sloppy swatch. Sorry about that. But let's proceed, shall we? Working it on the outer corner and popping it into the crease to deepen it up. Again, little tiny motions, not bringing it up too high, too far, too dark. So I'm winging it out by just doing these little tiny flicks and adding in that outer wing. And then I'm also bringing it just right there and just stopping. It's about 3/4 of the eye over. just to deepen the shade that we laid down, but keeping that blend above it. Okay, now to blend anything that we might have lost, let's take this tiny little bitty fluffy brush and dip back into New Leaf, which is the first green shade, and go right on top of that shade that we laid down. And then right underneath as well. Loving that. I think I want it to be a tiny bit deeper though on the outer corner. So I'm just gonna take the Happy Ending, which is just the matte black shade in there, and mix it with Christmas Tree just to make it teeny tiny bit darker to create that wing shape right on that outer corner. Perfect. Yeah, that's darkening it up beautifully. And which shimmer shade today? Oh, it's so hard. But I think, let me do this again. Let me do that little trick again, because I love that, but the tones are just so different with these sagey shades. I think I'm gonna have to do Jingle Bell. Yeah, let's do, no, that's so different. Shoot. I mean, I could do the gold. That's a totally different vibe, huh? Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, let's pop the gold right in the middle. Well, I'm gonna use 2. That texture is so creamy. It feels like a Huda Beauty cream marble shade. And then I'm gonna do Jingle Bell. That was that second one we swatched. This is so pretty. So I'm just gonna make sure that they kind of blend in that line. But that is glossy and gorgeous and shimmery. You could take that look in so many different directions though, which is so fun. Ooh, actually, since it's on my finger anyways, I'm taking that multi-chrome Elf Wish and I'm just kind of tapping it lightly on top of all of it. And it's doing a really cool multi-chrome shift. It's a lot. You don't have to do all that, but it's fun nonetheless. Ooh, so much fun. Okay, I'm taking that multi-chrome shade and just patting it right here. I don't know what part of the eye that's called, but towards the front of the lid, because it's just giving that blown out sparkly vibe. And I'm here for it. Awkward though, because my nails are so long. Try to figure this out. Gives like a dusting of multi-chrome. I am covered in glitter. Multi-chromes and metallics and duochromes. I'm gonna go do the rest of my face, makeup, all of that. Stay tuned and you'll see the finished look and I'll give you the details and all of that stuff. Okay, you know. Okay, so here's the finished look all done. And for this look, I did do a quick little shot of what this looks like without lashes because I think that it's still a statement, really pretty look without. But of course, here is with, and I did use my favorite House of Lashes Iconic Light lashes that you can get at Target. I love them. I also took a little black liner and did it right on the outer corners of my eyes and then filled in the rest of the lower lash line with, this is like an old Urban Decay one. It's like a glittery nude kind of shade right there, just a little pop. And then it kind of blends out. So there's not like a harsh line of black just ending. It kind of blends. So that's 2 looks using the Oden's Eye Christmas palette. And I have to say, this is my first experience with the Oden's Eye formula. And the mattes, first of all, are gorgeous. They blend so beautifully, so effortlessly. They just are a dream. The shimmers and the metallics, all the other formulas are different throughout the palettes, I've noticed, which is very interesting. Like the gold one I used today is so rich and creamy. Like it feels like a legit cream when you go to use it, and it's beautiful. And every time I re-dipped in, the shade was fine, but there have been a couple little shimmers here and there that almost feel like they're gonna go hard pan on me. They haven't yet, but it's hard to explain. It's like when I go to dip into it, it just presses down and doesn't pick up as much as I am expecting. So I just have to layer some more, but it's just going to be interesting to see how long these shadows last. I don't know how the shelf life is going to be of them when we actually go to use them. Beautiful. Nonetheless, I'm really excited to try out some more things from Oden's Eye. Let me know if you picked up any of these or if you're going to get it on the next round. Subscribe before you go so you don't miss out on future videos. And if I don't see you, happy holidays. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful time celebrating in whatever capacity that you celebrate. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.